All right, Isaiah 27. Isaiah 27. Let's see what we can get for this one. They said Isaiah 27 and 6. That what they want? Okay.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 27 and verse 6.
Come on.
He shall cause them that come of Jacob to take root. Israel shall blossom and bud and fill the face of the world with fruit.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's start at verse 1, and we'll break it down as we go.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 27, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
In that day, the Lord with his sword and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea.
Let's go to the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 9. Revelations, chapter 12, and verse 9. So who is this Leviathan? Who is this serpent that Isaiah is speaking of right here? Revelations 12, 9.
The book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 9.
Come on.
And the great dragon was cast out,
Uh-huh.
that old serpent called the devil and Satan.
Called the devil and Satan. So let me ask you, man, this dragon right here, who's that talking about? By a show of hands. Okay, let me hear Brother James. Brother James, what you got? What you got?
Hey, shalom, leadership.
Shalom.
That's Esau, Edom.
What you got? You got a precept for us? That red dragon?
Genesis 25:25.
Okay, good. Genesis 25, 25. Let's go there. Nah, James got it. James knew the script, man. Genesis 25 and 25.
The book of Genesis, chapter 25, verse 25.
Come on.
And the first came out red all over, like an hairy garment.
Mm-hmm.
And they called his name Esau.
And they called his name Esau or Edom or Idumea, so-called Caucasians of today. Now go back to Revelations 12, read verse 3. Then we'll go back to verse 9.
Revelations chapter 12, verse 3.
Come on.
And there appeared another wonder in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
And behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his heads.
There you go. So that's going into Esau. Okay, he's that dragon, that serpent, Leviathan mentioned in this particular chapter and verse. Verse 9.
Verse 9.
Come on.
And the great dragon was cast out,
Mm-hmm.
that old serpent, called the devil and Satan.
When it says he was cast out, what is that talking about? Cast out of what? Simon. What does it mean when it says he's cast out?
Yes, sir. I mean, he was cast out of his rulership.
Yes, cast out of rulership. Very good. Very good. It says the same thing. Give me that in Matthew 24. And I think it's 24. I'm not looking at it. It's 24 and 24? Is it? Let's hear it. I don't know.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 24.
Come on.
For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders.
Oh, 27. Read 27 through 29.
Matthew chapter 24, verse 27.
Come on.
For as the lightning cometh out of the east and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
All right, so that's the same way that Christ is going to appear. Just like the lightning coming out of the east, that's how the Son of Man is going to appear too. Okay, come on.
For wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together.
Right, we would be the eagles, all right? Lord willing, we be the eagles, the elect of Israel. Come on.
Immediately after the tribulation of those days.
Right, we're living in a tribulation right now. Slavery, Jim Crow, what we're living in right now, getting gunned down in the streets, all right? Getting slayed, killed with no justice. Come on.
Shall the sun be darkened.
Shall the sun be darkened, read.
And the moon shall not give her light.
The moon shall not give her light, come on.
And the stars shall fall from heaven.
All right, missiles, the satellites, this is going into war. That's what this is going into, come on.
And the powers of the heavens
and
shall
the what?
And the powers of the heavens.
The powers that be, the heaven is what? Rulership, read.
Shall be shaken.
They shall be shaken. So there's going to be a change in rulership. Go back to Revelations 12 and 9.
Revelations chapter 12 and verse 9.
Come on.
And the great dragon was cast out.
That
old serpent called the devil and Satan.
Called the devil and Satan. Read.
which deceiveth the whole world.
Right. Who deceived the whole world? Esau. He deceived the whole world to making everybody believe that God looked like him, that Christ and the angels looked like him. Okay? Give me that. And when it said Isaiah 14, is this the man? Give me that real quick. Give me Isaiah 14. And then we'll get back to Isaiah, I think we're 27. 16. Yeah. Watch this. Actually start at just start at verse 14. Watch this.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 14.
Come on.
I will ascend above the heights of the clouds.
Come on.
I will be like the Most High.
See, he has deceived the world. That's what he wanted to do. He said he wanted to be just like God. Okay, come on.
Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell.
Right. That's the Most High God, piercing Leviathan. He's coming to destroy that serpent, that dragon. Come on.
To the sides of the pit.
Yeah, go ahead.
They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee.
Watch this.
And consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms?
You see, is this the man that was behind all of this? Okay, understanding that what? It's a man, okay? It's not this guy walking around with two horns and a pitchfork. You understand? It's an actual man. Read on.
That made the world as a wilderness.
Come on.
And destroyed the cities thereof.
Right, the wilderness, meaning what? What was the curse of Cain? What was his curse? Malachi.
The Most High took his pigment away from him. He turned him to a white man.
What else? What else was his curse?
He set a mark on him.
Yeah, that was the mark. What else? You know. What else? Then I'm gonna call him Birmingham.
I know he said, "Cursed shall thou be from the ground," and they put a mark on him.
Okay, cursed shall he be from the ground. What does that mean?
That meaning, when man was formed from the dust of the ground, he was
went left. Okay, Birmingham. What you got? Yes, Birmingham. 1, 2, 3rd. Which one is it gonna be?
Going back to the curse of the ground, the vegetables, the fruit, and everything that's growing in is going to be cursed. That's why we got GMO and stuff.
There you go. Very good, officer. Very good. All right, so read verse 17 again.
Verse 17.
Come on.
That made the world as a wilderness.
Right. They made the world as a wilderness. What's it called? Them seeds, Monsanto. Right. Is it Monsanto? Yeah. Monsanto. You know what I'm talking about, right? So, yeah, that's what they do, all right? Because of the curse, wherever they go, the agriculture just plummets, okay? Because that's a curse from the Most High. So they have to do what? They have to do something create something called genetically modified organisms, okay? Even, when you go to Publix, you think it's better, it's still the same thing. They just make it look better. You understand? It's the same stuff. Okay. All right, read the verse again.
Verse 17.
Come on.
That made the world as a wilderness.
Read.
And destroyed the cities thereof.
Hey, let's think about some of the cities. Rosewood, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Philly. Now, we just talking about here in the West. You understand? Just think about what they're doing every day to the other nations. Okay? Dropping bombs constantly, destroying cities. Read.
That opened not the house of his prisoners.
It says that opened not the house of his prisoners. What's that talking about right there, brothers? Simon.
Yes, sir. So that goes into our captivity that we in when we constantly having to be servants here in the land of America.
Who are the prisoners?
The children of Israel.
The children of Israel are the prisoners. Very, very good. Read verse 18 as well.
Verse 18.
Come on.
All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house.
Right, because they lie in glory because they was made fat off of America, okay? Because they were in cahoots with putting the children of Israel in slavery. That's big money right there, okay? Give me that one in 1 Maccabees 2 and 10, how all the nations came together, or all nations had a part in it. First Maccabees 2:10.
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 2, verse 10.
Come on.
What nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils?
Read.
All her ornaments are taken away. Of a free woman, she is become a bondslave.
Right, a bond slave, prisoner. That's us. We became the prisoners to the other nations because of sin. Because of sin. Let's go back to Isaiah 14 and pick up at verse 19.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 19.
Come on.
But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet.
Right, the feet. All right. Let's go to 2 Ezra 13 real quick. You got something? Go ahead.
To go along with what you were going over about the food, the curse of Cain, give me 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 21. Kind of go along with the scripture we're reading right now. Read that for me.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 16 and verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth.
He says a victual, that goes into food. Why are they going to become so cheap? Because they have GMO, okay? They're going to be so good cheap. People can afford them. Read on.
That they shall think themselves to be in good case.
You see, that make you think that everything is all good. Everything is not all good.
They've been deceived.
Yes, deceived. That's all deception. Read on.
And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
That's what you see going on today. That's your prophecy. It says when you think everything is good, that's where you're gonna find famine is going on, sword, killing, and great confusion, which is what you see going on today. Men wanna be men, women wanna be men. All these things fall into this prophecy. Go ahead, Cap.
Before I just go all the way left, let's go back to Isaiah 27. Okay. Isaiah 27, let's start at verse 1 again.
The book of Isaiah. The book of Isaiah, chapter 27 and verse 1.
Come on.
In that day, the Lord with his sword and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent.
That crooked serpent. Esau, some crooked people, man. You cannot trust Esau for 1 second. For 1 second.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 27, verse 1. In that day, the Lord with his sword and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent, even Leviathan, that crooked serpent. And he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea.
Come on.
In that day, sing ye unto her a vineyard of red wine. I, the Lord, do keep it. I will water it every moment.
Right. He watered what? The vineyard. Isaiah 5. Real quick. Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 7.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 5 and verse 7.
Come on.
For the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel.
You see, the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the house of Israel. Let's go back to Isaiah.
The book of Isaiah,
27.
chapter 27 and verse 3.
3 verse 2.
Verse 2. In the day sing ye unto her a vineyard of red wine.
Read.
I, the Lord, do keep it. I will water it every moment. Lest any hurt it, I will keep it night and day.
You see that? So what is the Most High saying? He's saying, hey, he has not cast us away. Contrary to popular belief. Give me that in, was that Romans 11 and 1? Right, because they always want to say we're the lost tribes of Israel. We ain't lost. We are not lost. And I was thinking about this the other day. I forgot what I was watching. But they always say the lost tribes of Israel. It's the lost 10 tribes, right? Because in history, after Northern Kingdom went to Assyria, like the biblical accounts, it's just not there no more. Like you got to do extensive research, right? But the Southern Kingdom was never lost. Ever in history. The Southern Kingdom was never lost. So let me ask these brothers, what point in history caused the confusion of the Southern Kingdom? Northern Kingdom, yeah, they went off, start intermingling and things like that. Southern Kingdom was never lost. What happened in history to cause the confusion? Let me hear you, officer.
The sub-Saharan and transatlantic slave trade.
Before that.
For that,
It's not hard.
what, the Moors during the Dark Ages?
Okay. Elaborate. Oh, now you want to raise your hand. See this guy? He's already trying to raise his hand now. All right, go ahead, give it to him. Let's see what he got.
Would be when the Rome ransacked Jerusalem, the desolation.
Okay. So you went before that. Okay, they ransacked Jerusalem. So everybody stopped knowing that the Jews was black at that time?
No, sir. Then we got pushed down into Africa. Then through the slave trade, we lost our identity when we came over here. We lost our history, our language, our heritage.
They knew who he was. Mordecai.
Shalom, leadership.
Hey,
It's when pretty sure it was Rome when they started whitewashing our images on the walls. They made us look like Edomites. So that's when we lost our records of the Jews being black.
Yeah, that's when it got really, really confusing. But it started right there in the Inquisition periods when they expelled us. That's when it started. Okay, but like a lot of their statues and their pictures. You see the Moors, black Moors, still black today. Okay, it's just on this side of the world they wiped out all of their history. Started there, Renaissance period, iconoclasm, all of that. It's easy. It's not hard. Just want to make sure y'all can connect that. But showing you what? We're not lost as a people. It's that lie or that wine that's been pushed out into the earth. That's all it is. That's why when we're reading about the dragon that's going to be destroyed, he's the one responsible for deceiving the whole earth. He deceived the whole earth that he's God, Christ, the people of God, and the angels. All right, that's his biggest deception over the face of the earth. Isaiah 34. I love going to Isaiah 34. Let's go to Isaiah 34, and we'll start at verse 1.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 34, verse 1.
Come on.
Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein.
Come on.
The world and all things that come forth of it.
Read.
For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies.
Right, all their armies. I ain't going to go to it no more. We're just going to go to 2 Ezra 13, where it talks about World War III, and they turn from fighting each other to go fight Messiah. But he says his indignation is on everybody because they all agree with America. Okay, read on.
Verse 2.
Yeah.
For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations.
Come on.
And his fury upon all their armies.
All their armies. Read.
He hath utterly destroyed them.
Come on.
He hath delivered them to the slaughter.
He have delivered them to the slaughter. Now let's get to the dragon. Verse 5.
Verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in the heaven.
Come on.
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
There you go. It shall come down upon Idumea. That's that Leviathan. That's that serpent. That's that dragon right there. Come on.
And upon the people of my curse.
Uh-huh.
To judgment.
Read on.
The sword of the Lord is filled with blood.
Read.
It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goat, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For the Lord have a sacrifice in Basra.
And Basra, that's one of the sons of Esau as well. That's the land. Basra, okay? It was Isaiah 63 and 1. All right, read on.
And a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Read.
And the unicorns shall come down with them, and the bullocks and the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness.
Why? Read.
For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion.
For what?
For the controversy of Zion.
Brothers, what's the controversy of Zion? What's the biggest controversy on the face of the earth? Simon, what is it?
Who are the Israelites today?
Who are the real Jews? Who are the real Jews? All of this is going to happen because of the controversy of Zion. All these wars in the earth. You understand? All of this is going on because of us. That's what you got to understand. Give me that in Okay. Let's go back to Isaiah 27. I only got so much time.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 27 and verse 2.
Come on.
In that day sing ye unto her a vineyard of red wine. I, the Lord, do keep it.
Come on.
I will water it every moment. Lest any hurt it, I will keep it day, night, and day.
Did we ever go to Romans 11:1?
No, sir.
Yeah, let's go there real quick. Right, because the Most High said he's going to keep it, his vineyard, which is his people.
The book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 1.
Come on.
I say then, have God cast away his people? God forbid.
No, God did not cast away his people. All he's doing is what? Letting us get our mind right so we can turn back to the Father. That's why we being chastised. You understand? Here to serve a sentence. Okay? That's it on that verse?
For I also am an Israelite, of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
Right. Then go to Joel 2.
The book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 28.
Come on.
And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. And your sons and your daughters shall prophesy. Your old men shall dream dreams. Your young men shall see visions.
Shall see visions going into these last days. Let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 2. We'll do 1 and 38. And then chapter 2 as well, showing how he's keeping his vineyard to make sure that we all right in these last days. Read verse 39, 2nd Ezra 1:39, and then 2nd Ezra 2:17 and 18.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 1 and verse 39.
Come on.
Unto whom I will give for leaders Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Hosea, Amos, and Mattathias.
Come on.
Joel, Ebadias, and Jonas.
Right, who are these people? These are the prophets. These are the prophets. It says he will give these people for leaders in the last days. Read on.
Nahum and Bekaka.
Oh, Lord. Abekik.
And Abekah.
There you go.
Sophonias, Agaius.
So that's who's that? Zephaniah and Haggai. Come on.
Zachary, and Malachi.
Malachi. Come on.
Which is called also an angel of the Lord.
Angel just means leader, all right? And who is he going to send them to? Go to verse 36.
Verse 36.
Come on.
They have seen no prophets, yet they shall call their sins to remembrance and acknowledge them.
Right, that's talking about us in these last days, all right? We'll call our sins to remembrance and acknowledge them. Okay, for example, these leaders will be back here in the last days, but you don't know who they are. You understand? You don't know that's David. You don't know if that's Solomon, which is another thing. I teach a lot of classes to do what? How to treat each other, right? How to get over conflict, you know? You always got to remember that could be one of the 12. That could be one of the prophets. Some sister over here could be Dorcas. Somebody over here can be Mary. You understand? You got to watch how you deal with one another. Now, check this out. I ain't going to go into it because we got about 10, 15 more minutes. But when you read the Acts of the Apostles, let me ask you, did they ever have disagreements? They did, right? Did they now say, Paul, because you ain't choose me to travel, I ain't messing with you no more? Is that what they said? No. Because who taught Paul? Christ taught Paul. They knew that the Most High was dealing with Paul. So you always got to think about that thing right there. You understand? You got to think about that thing. What is saying 1 Peter's?
1 Peter chapter 2, verse 17.
Come on.
Honor all men. Love the brotherhood. Fear God. Honor the king.
Just do that. Just do that. All right. A lot of brothers say, how do I deal when, brothers doing this? Do that. You understand? Do what God told you to do, and everything else will be okay. Because, for example, yeah, you might get cussed out, may hurt, and has that leader been wrong? He may have been wrong. All right, but how are you going to be proved to God to show that you even deserve kingdom. It has to happen through one of us. I'm going to tell each and every last one of you that if you want to be proved and tried, your trial is going to come through the people sitting in here. That's how it goes. So I don't want to hear no crying about woe is me. I just don't like the way well, the kingdom ain't for you. How about that? Kingdom ain't for you. Go back to Sunday church, Bible study, offering time. Go back, because this ain't for you. All right, let's go back to Isaiah 27.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 27 and verse 4. Fury is not in me. Who would set the bright...
3.
Verse
3. Sorry.
Verse 3. I, the Lord, do keep it. I will water it every moment, lest any hurt it. I will keep it night and day. Fury is not in me. Who would set the briars and thorns against me in battle? I would go through them. I would burn them together.
Come on.
Or let him take hold of my strength, that he may make peace with me, and he shall make peace with me.
Watch this.
And he shall cause them that come of Jacob to take root. Israel shall blossom and bud, and fill the face of the world with fruit.
And fill the face of the world with fruit. So this is going into what? Rulership being changed, and the righteous now populating the earth. Go to Isaiah 60 real quick. Okay, and give me verse 22. Isaiah 60 verse 22.
Isaiah chapter 60 verse 22.
Watch this.
A little one shall become 1,000.
You see, it says a little one shall become 1,000. All right. When we in the kingdom, Lord, will we make it there? It's not going to be the same. It's not going to take 9 months for a child to grow up. It's going to be way quicker. Oh, no, to be born. That's what I meant to say. It's not going to take 9 months to be born. It's going to be much faster than that. Finish that out.
And a small one, a strong nation.
A little child should become a strong nation. Read on.
I, the Lord, will hasten it in this time.
He will hasten it. What does hasten mean? Speed it up in this time. Jeremiah 30. Let's go to Jeremiah 30. Remember, Jeremiah 30 is going over Jacob's trouble, right? Now it says after, tell you what, start at verse 16. We'll read down. Watch this.
Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 16.
Come on.
Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured.
Come on.
And all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity.
You see that? The Most High going to flip this thing around for what they did against the children of Israel. Come on.
And they that spoil thee shall be spoiled.
You see, they that spoil thee shall be spoiled. So all the nations that came against us, they're going to be spoiled. Come on.
And all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey.
Will he give for a prey? Read on.
For I will restore health unto thee.
This is going into that fruit. Okay, this is going into him multiplying us again. Come on.
And I will heal thee of thy wounds.
Our wounds was what? Slavery. Our nationality being taken from us. You understand? Our customs, our culture. Read.
Saith the Lord. Because they called thee an outcast.
That's what they called us. They say that we're despised, we're hated. Nobody likes black people and Hispanics. Read.
Saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after.
No man seeketh after the black man right now. Nobody wants to be a black man. You know, hold on, wait a second. I think I got something. I ain't got enough time. But there's a show called Little House on the Prairie back in the day. And you had your boy, young Todd Bridges, in an episode.
Now, last week I had you write an essay about the things that you liked the most. This week I thought it might be fun if we wrote an essay about the things that we disliked the most. Solomon?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you think of something that you dislike?
Being a nigga. I didn't mean nothing bad. The teacher asked a question and I just answered it.
Why'd you say it?
'Cause it's the truth. If and I was right, my pa still be alive. Being a nigga killed my pa. You answer me something, sir.
If I can.
Would you like to live to be 100?
Sure I would. It's not very likely, but I guess all of us like to live to a ripe old age.
Would you rather be black and live to be 100 or white and live to be 50?
Let's go back to the scripture. Verse 17, Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 17.
Verse 17. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds.
Come on.
Saith the Lord. Because they called thee an outcast, saying, This is Zion, whom no man seeketh after.
No man wants to be a black man. You understand? Nobody. That's why you got brothers and sisters bleaching their skin, putting that fake stuff. The sister put damn Gorilla Glue in her damn hair, trying to keep a perm tight. You see that? No, nobody want to be a black man or a black woman. Gosh, dog, this brother's tickled back there. That brother he's really bothered. You understand? Read on.
Verse 18.
Come on.
Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will bring again the captivity of Jacob's tents.
Come on.
And have mercy on his dwelling places.
Right. He's going to have mercy. That's him keeping the vineyard. All right. He's going to have mercy. Read on.
And the city shall be builded upon her own heap.
Come on.
And the palace shall remain after the manner thereof.
Uh-huh.
And out of them shall proceed thanksgiving, and the voice of them that make merry. And I will multiply them, and they shall not be few.
You see, God will multiply us, and we will not be few. We're going to dominate the earth. Okay? Read.
I will also glorify them, and they shall not be small.
They shall not be small. All right. So, yeah, I'll end it right there. Okay, all praises. All praises.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.